Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Adamantium, and today we will be playing some Clash Royale, as I'm sure you can see. And so, you can see from my profile that I'm really just a casual player, and I'm a bit lower on ladder currently than I would like to be. But we're not going to be playing ladder today. Today we're going to be focusing on the Royal Delivery Drop Challenge. And so I've already got that started. And you can see we're 2 wins, 1 loss. The loss actually came down to a tiebreaker, so unfortunately it's still a loss for us, but it was an almost win, a really good battle, really good play by both players. And so I am specifically using this deck for our Royal Drop Delivery Challenge in my deck 2 slot, and you can see it's a Ram Rider deck, but we're really not going to be playing the Ram Rider offensively. For this challenge, you've really got to focus on defense for a majority of the game and try to sneak in troops on offense when you can to try to get damage on the towers. But really the main focus is on defense, and so we've got our bomb tower, we've got our baby dragon and our Ewiz who are really going to help us with that, and the guards also will make for a really good troop to use in this card. Anything with a shield is a good troop to use in this card, things like guards, things like Dark Prince, because when the royal recruits drop, the damage that is done to those troops, like guards and Dark Prince with a shield, hopefully they will survive the ones that are your troops that you're putting out there. And so far in this challenge I've seen a lot of giant skeleton, a lot of minor, so I'm expecting that we'll be facing that. Beatdown really doesn't have too much of a place in this challenge just because it's so hard to make it through the royal recruits once you get into the later time of sudden death and they start falling faster and more of them. It's really hard to get a big troop card through all those royal recruits. So I'm gonna start out, I'm gonna play a replay of one of my previous ones, so the last game I played. We're gonna watch this, and you can see from the matchup, so the deck I'm playing against is a kind of strange combination of bait and beatdown, and like you just heard me mention before, we're really not going to see my opponent play Golem that often because he just won't be able to get it in because he's needing to focus on defense, and anytime he does play it, I can manage to defend with the help of the Royal Delivery. But so at the beginning of this match, it's really gonna look like I'm playing against bait. That's what I thought when I was seeing it. A lot of goblins, a lot of small troops. So you'll see as a theme that there ends up being a lot of troops all on the field at the same time because my opponent has all these small cycle troops, and then you also have the royal deliveries constantly dropping, so it ends up being a lot of troops. So luckily so far, even though my opponent has the damage lead, it's very minimal at this point. We're still in the beginning of the game. His troops really can't do that much damage. And I'm sure a lot of you have probably already played the Royal Delivery Drop Challenge, so you're familiar with the Royal Delivery, the mechanics of it, how it's working, and how in specifically the Drop Challenge, you end up facing a lot of them. And so you'll see that we both went for our big push kind of at the same time. He dropped his Golem, and then soon after that I dropped the Ram Rider opposite lane. And so, as always, when you're facing something like Beatdown, you need to take advantage when you have that elixir advantage. You need to be able to drop your cards opposite lane when they've used all their elixir on something like a golem, which he does yet again here. And mostly I'm just playing defense here when I see his troops. So you've got that bomb tower to pull the golem over, zap for all those goblins. We've got wonderful splash from the bomb tower and the baby dragon taking care of all those royal recruits. And that baby dragon will take care of that dark goblin as well. I personally don't think it's a great idea to use all of these small troops for this challenge, like the bats, the goblins, because the royal delivery will kill those once he gets dropped, and you really don't know when or where that will be. And the cards that give splash damage are really great in this challenge, and those also are gonna really take care of your opponent's small troops like the goblins, and so they're never actually going to make it to tower or do much defense either. So I definitely wouldn't recommend a bait deck for this challenge like you see my opponent playing, but it's not impossible. I'm sure it definitely could work. We're gonna see a troop like the bomb tower, or rather not a troop, a building. A building like a bomb tower is a good thing to have in your deck, because the building will pull in the royal recruits away from the tower, because the royal deliveries drop so many that it really is like you have the real royal recruits all coming at you. Like, see those 6 royal recruits crossing now? And so your own royal recruits will battle against them, but it's good to have something like a building that's able to pull them to the center and get both princess towers involved in defending. So as you can see, in this last little bit of the time, it is hard for me to make it through just because there are so many royal recruits. So I'm really going to recommend that you try not to let the game go for this long. You really want to have either finish the game or a big lead at this point, which you will see that I do have the big lead, so it's just going to take that one last Ram Rider hit. And his big mistake there really was playing the golem right at the bridge, that last play right there, because that was able to let me play my Ram Rider and he wasn't able to defend in time. So that was a replay of my last matchup, but so now we're going to take this deck, and you'll see that I don't have everything leveled up, but because this is a special challenge, everything's King Tower anyway, so level 9 King Tower, and so we're going to go into a match. So let's go. And so we're going to wait on the starting hand. You really don't want to make the first play here. Just wait on it, let the royal deliveries come down. And so since we have 2 over here, I'm going to drop my Valkyrie just as extra defense. I'm not going to worry about that princess yet. And so I'll play this baby dragon, send it over towards that princess and royal recruit. That should take care of that. So you guys stop and barrel, and a zap. Eva's as well over there to defend against the executioner. I'm gonna place guards to try to pick up that Inferno Dragon, although we won't even have to worry about it because the royal recruits come in first. So we have another Goblin Barrel. I'm going to place it on Valkyrie to take care of that. Place Baby Dragon to take care of that Princess and incoming Royal Recruits. And Zap to cycle. That's the thing, I really want to cycle as well. I don't want to let my elixir advantage go to waste. So drop the guards to pull the mini pekka, but won't even need them because of the Royal Recruits. There's another goblin barrel, so he's really getting us with the goblin barrels. But we should be able to make a comeback. Set those up. Bomb tower. Then we'll do Evis to take care of that Skarmy. There's a Valkyrie, and the guards take care of the goblin barrel. So I'm going to sneak in a Ram Rider here. Hopefully that'll help us get some damage. It isn't going to. It was a good try. Gonna Ewiz for there, and then also gonna zap those goblins from the goblin barrel. An incoming Inferno Dragon, so I'm gonna actually use the Ram Rider on defense here. I'm gonna poison that tower along with the princess. So unfortunately, we're going into sudden death now, and it looks like we're probably gonna lose this match, but we're still gonna play it out. So let's bomb tower, and then we're gonna Valkyrie those troops, so the bomb tower will take care of them. So we zapped a little too soon, unfortunately, and that's gonna cost us the game. And so we've got one more loss, so let's go into another battle, and let's hope that this is a win. Alright, so we're playing against Jeffy from Camo Redneck. Let's see how this goes. The first Royale deliveries dropped. I'm gonna cycle the baby dragon against these royal recruits. Apparently he is playing the Lava Hound. I'm gonna stick the bomb tower there to pull in the Lava Hound. And I am playing that Ram Rider on defense. You heard me mention that in the previous match. And you will be playing Ram Rider defensively in this deck. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier, that is one of the main things in this deck, that you're going to end up finding yourself needing to play Ram Rider defensively. And so Ewiz that wizard before he can get a shot on the tower. I'm going to poison both these witches and the tower. Get some real nice poison value over there. So unfortunately, it looks like he's playing healer, so that might not be good for us, but we've got a royal recruit over there, and I'm going to drop an additional Valkyrie to make sure that that healer will die. Unfortunately, with so many troops over there, the healer might be able to survive, so we just got him down with the Ewiz. Now we've got yet another healer down, which is not great for us. But we've been defending this pretty well. Let's get another Eva's down to bridge. And get a bomb tower out to distract those wizards. And so overall we did a pretty good job defending that. We spent a lot of elixir, but our opponent really didn't get much value out of it. But we've got to make sure that we keep on paying attention to the left lane as well. If we can see, he just went for the Lava Hound over here because he knows we're so distracted with the right lane and everything that was going on with there, with the witches, the wizards, and the healer. So now we've got a good damage lead in both lanes, but we want to make sure we keep that. And he really is going for pushes in both lanes, so we have to be really cautious. So this is just like I said, we're really going to want to play defensively here instead of pushing all of our elixir straightforward. We've just got to be careful, take our time, play defensively. This might even come down to a tiebreaker. Like I said earlier, one of my previous games came down to the tiebreaker. It was very close. 89 points difference. So you will see me here. Everything's really caught up at the bridge, so I will just be cycling cards in preparation, knowing that those cards, those troops that my opponent is sending my way will be very difficult to handle if they make it across the bridge. And he's really just spamming everything at the bridge, which I don't think is a great idea, but that's what we see here. So we've got another delivery, royal delivery drop that just happened everywhere. So we've got a big push coming on the left that we're going to try to stop. Unfortunately, he's going to get some really good damage on us. We're going to zap that witch to try to stop her. So this is very unfortunate what's happening here. We've really got to defend to try to make up for this. So we're going to defensively ram rider over here and then place a bomb tower as well. And zap those lava pops. So unfortunately we're going to lose this again in the tiebreaker. Just like I had said before. So we will give him the good game. Well played. Even knowing that his deck was a bit of a dirty healer deck. But so that's gonna be it. So that's our 3 losses, 2 wins. We did unlock the royal delivery, so that's great. So as you can see, this challenge is really close. Tiebreaker. So before I finish this video, let's go and let's see the other win so I can talk you guys through what I did there as well. And that was an interesting deck that I ended up playing against. It was a Royal Giant Balloon deck, which is typically a pretty good deck to run in challenges because it's so oppressive. Both Royal Skeleton and the balloon are really oppressive cards, really difficult to manage to defend both at the same time. So this is where you'll see the bomb tower really comes in handy for troops that are against, like Giant Skeleton and Balloon as well. And so my opponent, he's also running Miner, which honestly, I've seen in a lot of decks in this challenge while playing on my mini account. This is my main account we're on right now. And you'll see also that he's playing splash cards like Wizard and Baby Dragon, just as I am. And so those splash cards really are key to this challenge. And so you'll see often when the royal delivery is dropping, I might hold back on dropping a troop. And I am wasting elixir, maybe, but it shouldn't be much, and you don't totally know what you'll need because you don't know when the royal delivery will drop, or rather, I mean, where. You do get a sense of when, but you don't know where on the board, and if they're all on one side, you've got a lot of trouble. And so you'll see I often zap the miner, which really isn't the best play, typically. However, for me, it was a good way to cycle my cards in order to get to a card that would be better to take care of the miner. And that is one thing that zap is in this deck in order to be a cycle card. And so if you need to, definitely cycle that zap on troops, on the tower. It's all good. And so we'll watch this match play out, and you can see that both of our towers on the right, or rather my right tower, his left tower, are pretty even at this point, but then I managed to take it with that Ram Rider push right before overtime. And so like I said, if you're managed to get in the lead before overtime or win it, that really is for the best, because the Royale deliveries really do get crazy once you hit triple extra time. And so that's gonna be it on this account, because as you can see, we hit our 2 wins, 3 losses. Hopefully you'll see in the coming days a video from me doing the Heal Spirit Draft Challenge. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to see. And I'm sorry we couldn't win any matches today, but you can see that this deck is really solid. It can get you wins or close to wins, and I hope you guys can have fun with it. I personally think this deck is a lot of fun to play. Alright. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I can have some more exciting content up soon. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment letting me know what you think I could have done better in the matches, what kind of content you'd like to see. And hopefully I will have another video up for you guys soon. Bye. Hope you have a great day, everyone.